Hello and welcome to the Three Mouseketeers, the sibling podcast that understands your Disney addiction. I'm Jared.
And I'm Amanda.
And once again, Emily is not here. So unfortunately, Emily is, I guess, fortunately for her, unfortunately for us, she is on vacation. So she is not with us tonight, but we're going to have a good time anyway. Tonight, we're going to be talking about some Disney news that was most recently in the headlines. And I have three that I want to talk about specifically. Amanda, I don't know how many you have, but I think you have about two or three as well. So let's go ahead and get into those. First one that I want to talk about is that Disneyland is opening up to out-of-state park goers, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Why are you going to go?
I'm thinking about it, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see if I actually have the ability to do so. Because, I mean, we do have a lot of stuff planned, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough time off from work to be able to do all the things that I want to do.
Right?
So, I mean, everything's just opening up real quick. Like, all of a sudden, like, didn't even give us time to clean our apartments. Just said, hey, everything's opening up. So,
hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, a little bit of warning would have been nice. Okay, so Disneyland opens up to out-of-state park goers. This is something that was released on the official announcement from Disney Parks blog. And it says, today we're pleased to announce that beginning June 15th, 2021, we will once again be able to welcome travelers from outside the state of California back to our theme parks. So June 15th.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
It is. And I know Avengers Campus is opening up right before that. So that's exciting.
Very exciting.
They're opening the Disneyland Hotel again, which is super exciting. So I'm sure cast members are ecstatic to get back to work.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they probably are.
I wish I was going to go, but I am not. But it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, there are a couple stipulations up until June 15th, just for those who are in California and can go before they open up to out-of-state park goers. Until June 15th, all guests visiting the Disneyland Resort must be California residents, visiting in groups no larger than 3 households.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly how they would determine the 3 households. I don't know if that's a certain limit on how many households or how many people are in a household. So I'm guessing, like, if it was me and my kids, Amanda, you and your kids, and then our parents, I'm sure that would be 3 households, right?
Probably. You may be able to get away with counting you as part of our parents. Because, I mean, you stay there part of the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, but I mean, really exciting that Disneyland is going to be opening up back to out-of-state park goers.
Yeah.
Amanda, what's the first one you want to talk about?
I think it's very exciting that a new baby zebra was born at Animal Kingdom on, May 17th. And it was at Animal Kingdom, and people riding on Kilimanjaro safaris actually got to witness the baby zebra being born.
That is a very unique experience to get at Disney. Yeah, I saw this. I did not realize that people were on the ride and were able to witness this zebra being born. So that seems pretty cool, like a once-in-a-lifetime experiences at Disney.
It's not like you could say, hey, Miss Zebra, let's just wait a little bit. Let's let the safari pass first, okay?
Yeah. And also, I don't think that it's something that Disney would even think about making in an animatronic version.
No. Nobody needs to see that in an animatronic version.
I don't think so. But I mean, you can't put anything past Disney these days. But
Very,
I
very
highly
true.
doubt that they're gonna ever do anything like that. So
Yeah. And this is a little boy zebra. It was about 65 pounds, and it is a Hartman's mountain zebra. There are actually 3 different types of zebras at Animal Kingdom, and this is one of them.
okay.
And it's part of his breeding was part of the species survival plan that's overseen by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums.
Oh, very cool.
They're endangered.
That's pretty interesting. Do you happen to know the name of said zebra?
They did not mention the name of the zebra in the
Oh
article.
no. It seems like they would have already had a name, right?
No, usually after the animals are born, that's when they name them, because most of the time they don't know if it's going to be a boy or a girl, first of all. And sometimes they even have contests to name them.
Well, get me in line for this contest. I want to name this zebra.
I don't know that this one specifically has a contest, but
I don't know, but in my mind now, there
all
is
of
a
them do.
contest, and I
Okay,
want to come up with a name for this zebra. So
you go for it.
I will. Maybe I should just contact Animal Kingdom and be like, hey, who's the head of the animal naming department? Get me in touch with them. I have a list of names that I
Yeah,
want to run by you guys.
good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very cool. This is not obviously the first baby animal born at
No,
Disney, but it is the only one that I know of that was born like during one of the rides.
right. As far as I know, it is too. I mean, I haven't, it may have happened before, but I haven't heard of it
It
happening
could have
before.
happened before, but uh, I mean, interesting nonetheless. It doesn't happen very often. If it does happen more than once.
Right.
Okay. Well, the next one that I have is really short and sweet. It's not. There's not a whole lot to go over with this one. And this one is just that Bob Chapek talks about going full capacity at the parks. Did you hear about this?
Um, no, not. I mean, I heard that he said that they were slowly increasing the capacity, and he wouldn't state what it was, but that it's already started to increase. But I didn't hear anything about going full capacity.
Okay, that's interesting because what I read today was that he said he expects full capacity in the parks by the fall.
Hmm. Interesting.
So maybe take that with a little grain of salt then if you're
Yeah.
hearing, slow capacity build. And
What is your source? Because
I have a Google alert for Disney news, and that's one of the things that popped up.
yes, but where is it coming from?
That's
Somebody
a
had to release that
that's a
or
very
say
good
that.
question, and I can look that up real quick if you want me to.
I mean,
Let's
because that
see.
there are some places that are more reliable than others, and
That is true. That is very true.
some of the sites they just make up whatever comes in their mind, and it is not reliable.
Let's see. And that's a fair point. I mean, I don't really want to give the wrong information.
There is just so much that is not open right now that doesn't have an open date, like the resorts and the restaurants. I just can't imagine them opening all of a sudden to full capacity without some lead time into it. And fall is not that far away.
No, fall would be like September.
Right.
So it's only a few months away.
Right. So that's why I don't know how reliable your source is. We'll see.
I'm not sure. Uh, let's see. I'm having a problem finding it quick enough
It's because you're on the spot.
to, yeah, I should have had it already. But I mean, this is something that I did see. So, like I said, take it with a grain of salt as of right now. We'll get a little bit more confirmation on that. But I would like to see parks going back to full capacity. I mean, obviously, if you're going after the fall, you kind of want it to be less than full capacity because you want to be able to
Enjoy the park.
yeah, get in enough time at the park and, get the rides in and all that. And if it's full capacity, then it might be a little more difficult to do that, especially if they're not opening everything up before they open up full capacity. So,
And there's still social distancing. It's not the 6 feet anymore, but it's 3 feet now. So I can't,
right.
there's not anywhere for people to go if you're still spreading everybody out. And I don't know how they would do that.
Well, the article that I read was going back down to I guess, a 0 feet distancing policy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you would have to, if it's back to full capacity, you'd have
to, right.
reduce
and
that.
They haven't announced any of that. So I just,
yeah. So I think this was basically what I took from the article was that it was not an official statement. It was Bob Chapic trying to speculate what was going to happen and when he was wanting the parks to be back at full capacity. So,
well, that is totally different than saying they were going to be.
No, I know.
Okay. Because you made it sound like he said it's in the fall, it's going to be open at full capacity.
I mean, that's what he did say, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's an official, this is happening. And once I find the article, I'll post it on our social media at T3M Podcast on all social media platforms, and you can read it yourself. And I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just read it incorrectly, but I think that's what he's kind of speculating, is that he's going to want to have it open by the fall.
Right. Wanting is one thing. I'm sure he does, because that means they have a lot more money.
Yes.
But wanting and saying it is going to happen are two different things.
Yeah. I mean, look, again, what I saw was not an official, this is happening statement.
Okay.
So I'll find it and I'll post it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about a park that is actually going to open soon. So June 17th, Disneyland Paris is going to reopen, which is exciting. They are going to have a new attraction that opens at the same time as the park reopening. This is called Cars Road Trip, and it is taking the place of the studio tour. So kind of like the backlot tour was at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
It is that type of ride, and they are going to, it's replaced with cars now, and you'll have 3 different scenes you'll go through, and looks pretty cute.
Okay.
They're also opening on June 21st, Disney's Hotel New York, The Art of Marvel, which is a 4-star resort, and I think that would be really cool to stay in.
That does sound interesting. I am a Marvel fan. Hopefully it's something similar to the Star Wars resort that they're opening.
I don't think it is. I think it's just a themed resort, but not an actual cruise ship type thing on land.
Yeah.
I mean, that one, Star Wars, is very immersive, and you won't even
it's going to be amazing. If you're a Star Wars fan, it's going to be amazing.
It's going to virtually be a cruise ship on land. So you will not be really leaving. A
secluded resort.
Yes. You won't really be leaving the hotel except for your one excursion into Galaxy's Edge. So that's totally different than a regular hotel. Yep.
Okay. So just as an update real quick, I do see from the New York Post, Disney CEO says theme parks returning to full capacity this fall. This was on May 25th, 2021. Obviously 2021. Yeah, Disney's chief executive said he believes Disney World and Disneyland will reach full capacity this fall, but admitted that the theme parks are still hammering out some of the details.
Yeah. So not official.
Not official, but that's what he's hoping for. I'm going to go ahead and post this on our social media just in case anybody wants to read it. But again, I just wanted to update with what I found.
Yeah. Well, I already know. So for November, all of the resorts that are currently open are fully booked. Like you cannot really find a room at all for Disney World for November. And there's like 3 or 4 hotels, I think, that are not open. There may even be more than that. But I know the Port Orleans aren't open. Animal Kingdom Jumbo House, only the DVC portion is open, and they don't have opening dates for those yet. So they would have to move really quickly to open those to be able to reach full capacity, I think.
For sure. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to side rail the whole conversation.
Yeah, you did. That's okay.
I just wanted to give an update. Okay, continue on with what you were talking about.
I was done pretty much. Go ahead. Your next story.
I'm really interested in when Tron's going to open up at Disney World.
As far as I know, they're not even working on it right now. So
I know, but they need to get back on that because I'm really excited to go and ride Tron.
Yeah. I think that's a while down the road. Maybe 2023. We'll see.
Oh, I hope it's not that long. Hopefully it's next year at some point.
I don't know. If they don't have any money and they haven't been working on it, it's not looking good. That's all I'm saying.
That's a fair statement. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get into my third one, which I am really excited about. It is Disney Archives in Graceland. So, Amanda, you're familiar with Graceland, right?
Yes.
Okay, so for those who aren't familiar with Graceland, it is the Elvis Presley Graceland that I'm talking about, and this is in Memphis, Tennessee. On July 23rd of this year, the Graceland Exhibit Center will host Inside the Walt Disney Archives, which celebrates the legacy of the Walt Disney Company.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So when do you want me to book your trip to Memphis?
To Memphis?
Yes.
July 23rd.
Oh, you want me to wait and book it then? Or do you want to book it now?
Oh, no, that's when I need to go.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm
23rd.
asking.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a behind the scenes access that the general public has not had access to before. Apparently, the exhibit will have original artworks and costumes and props that most people haven't seen. So it'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be pretty neat.
Just a little bit of information about the Graceland Exhibit Center. It is a total of 80,000 square feet. It's pretty big. And this is going to cover an eighth of that facility. So it's going to be about 10,000 square feet.
That's pretty cool.
So that's a pretty big area to have Disney.
Right.
Just Disney props and collectibles and
costumes,
artwork.
Really cool.
All the above. So I'm really interested to see what they do with it, what's actually going to be there, if there's going to be any extra stuff, or is it just going to be kind of like museum style exhibit?
Yeah. And is this only one day?
I'm not sure exactly how long it runs. Let me see if I can find that real quick. All I saw was the opening date.
Yeah. And the article I saw that you sent me, it seemed like it was only one day. And I thought, well, that's crazy.
No, I wouldn't think that it would only be one day.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of setup for one day.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, 10,000 square feet, there's no way. It would take all day just to set it up and break it down. So,
and then the exhibit itself is one that started in Japan. Is what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, let's see. We do have a comment, and Dad asked, "What is the cost?" I really don't know. I don't know if they've fully announced that or not yet. I
I
didn't
didn't
see
see
a
that in the
price.
article. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a very good question, and hopefully we can find out at some point. But I am not 100% positive on that one. Let's see. I'm going to type up Graceland, the Walt Disney Museum. See if it pops up. No, it brought up the Family Museum. That's not what I'm looking for. Amanda, what are you hoping that is at this exhibit?
I don't know.
Like, what would be your go-to, like if you had artwork from a specific movie or props from one of the live action movies, what movie would you like to see stuff from?
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the original artwork from Aladdin because
Oh,
it's my
that'd be
favorite
really cool.
movie. So I'm guessing they would have like the sketches, the different iterations of the different characters and what they thought they may look like and what they ended up looking like. And I think that would be neat.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool, especially if it's something that is Robin Williams, linked to Robin Williams in some way from the movie. That'd be fun. I don't know. I think I'd like to see just some of the original artwork from some of the early movies like Snow White, Cinderella, stuff like that.
If they could have props and things from like Mary Poppins, I think that would be really cool. I
Yeah.
know from what was it, Prop Culture, that show on
Oh
Disney
yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
that they had like the carousel horse and things like that that were still intact. But I think people own those. I don't think they're in the archives.
Okay. Maybe they'll get some stuff on loan to put in
Possibly.
the archives, but I don't think that they would, because it seems like they're talking about it's going to be like a special archived
Right.
art and
Stuff
props.
people haven't seen before.
Yeah, specifically stuff that people haven't seen.
Right. And so I can't even imagine what could be in there. So
It's very interesting. Let's see. I do see where some of this has been announced. Let's see. Showcases more than 450 objects, including original artwork, costumes, and props, like rarely displayed sketches for Fantasia, uh, stuff from Frozen, and a Wolverine costume. Interesting.
that is interesting.
Um, I still don't see a date though.
It's probably hiding with the cost.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Inside the Walt Disney Archives will be at the Graceland Exhibit Center from July 23rd, 2021 through January 2nd, 2022.
Oh, there you go.
Self-guided tickets are $15 for adults ages 11 plus and $8 for children ages 5 to 10, and children 4 and under are free. There are also 10% discounts for groups of 15 or more.
There you go.
So
That's
there you
actually
go.
not that bad.
No, not bad at all.
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
cool. All right. Yeah. So I guess we need to get to Memphis.
Yeah. Nice little summer getaway. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Amanda, do you have another one to talk about?
The only other thing I saw that I thought was kind of cool was the Disney Photo Pass Snapchat filters that they're having for the 50th anniversary. So right now you can, on Snapchat, if you have Snapchat, you can go and get a filter that looks like Minnie or Mickey are standing there with you. So you can have them like peeking over your shoulder, which is really cute. And you can trial it right now until June 3rd, I believe it said. And after that, you'll only be able to use it whenever you're at Disney. And for the 50th anniversary, they are going to put some special things in there, and they haven't announced what they're going to be yet.
Oh, very interesting. Okay, I'm not a big Snapchat user. Amanda, what about you? You use Snapchat?
I have never used Snapchat, but I think I may because they have the cute Disney things now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's on my phone,
to.
but I do not use
See,
it.
I don't even have it.
Yeah, I don't use it at all.
Yeah. So that another thing that I thought was interesting is the Capture Your Moment sessions. They are actually starting to do them at Animal Kingdom now. So they're not just going to be Magic Kingdom anymore. So
interesting.
You have several options now.
Okay. Dad did have another comment, and he did say not bad, and that's in relation to the pricing of the exhibit. So
right.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I might have to try out this Snapchat filters. When did you say that they were able to use it outside of the parks?
Until June 3rd.
Okay, so you still have a little bit of time.
A few days. Yeah. Maybe a week.
Yeah.
Not
a whole lot of time, but a little bit of time.
A little bit of time.
I mean, it's not closing tomorrow.
No.
So, okay. Well, that is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've just never really been somebody who really gravitated towards Snapchat. I'm a little bit older than the Snapchat fan base. So
yeah. Well, my daughter, she uses the Facebook Kids Messenger and does all the filters on there. So we have started sending her filtered pictures back of us. So I think she would enjoy seeing Minnie Mouse or Mickey Mouse on our shoulder.
Yeah, probably so. Okay, so I do want to say a few items that I'm seeing that are going to be in this exhibit. I know that we've already moved past it, but I keep going back because it's so
all
good.
About you, apparently.
No, it's too good. It's too good to not talk about. Okay, so there is Jack Sparrow's compass from Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of a Black Pearl.
Cool.
There is Mary Poppins' original carpet bag.
Wow, nice.
Vehicles from Herbie, fully loaded. Tron Legacy, and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Very cool.
Also, the tombstones and hitchhiking ghosts from the Haunted Mansion attraction. Prop storybook from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Nice.
So there's a whole lot of stuff. Sword from Zorro. Wilson, the volleyball from Castaway.
That's cool.
Davy
Didn't
Crockett
even realize that was Disney.
Not it's probably Touchstone.
Maybe, yeah.
So Disney related, or I mean, maybe it's one of the acquired properties. I'm not exactly sure which production company it was that did Castaway. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Costumes from Beauty and the Beast, 101 Dalmatians, Pretty Woman, which I'm really excited about. Marilyn Vance was the costume designer for Pretty Woman, and I got to actually talk to Marilyn Vance about that movie, and there is a lot of interest for me to see some of these that she created. So yeah, definitely want to go after seeing that. Walk the Line has some costumes in it as well, and many more Disney and 20th Century Fox films. So I mean, there's a whole lot. If you're close to Memphis, yeah, if you're close to Memphis or in Memphis or can get to Memphis, definitely go.
Right.
I think it's going to be worthwhile. Okay, yeah, that's it for me. I don't have any more. Okay.
That's it for me too.
All right. Well, then we can go ahead and close it out there. And yeah, I just want to say thank you all for listening and joining us tonight. You can find us on all social media platforms at T3M Podcast. And you can email us, t3mpodcast@gmail.com. Also, look for our podcast. It is on Apple, Spotify, Google, all the major
Amazon.
platforms. You can find them. Yeah. And other than that, have a good night.
See you real soon.
Have a zippity dood all day.
A little out of order, but that's okay.
All right. Have a good night.